Wow. Safety recall. Safety come when things can be a little bit dangerous, bolting out the door, running out of the yard, getting out of the vehicle. These are all things that we want to make sure that our dog comes to us in those scenarios. This course is about how not to call your dog. And these are all things that we should be very adamant about in how not to call your dog. I don't want my dog to bolt out the door. I don't want my dog to come flying out of my car when we stop and I get out for a hike and I'm at the trailhead in the parking lot. I don't want my dog to go bolting out of the gate and then a person walking their dog and chasing after that and getting hit by a car, or a cat running and getting hit by a car. I don't want those things to happen. I don't want to have to call my dog in those scenarios. So this course is truly how not to call your dog. Rebecca, do you want to talk a little bit more on that?
This course will teach you how to have your dog be polite at the front door. So it's safety. The dog is not bolting out the front door, but you're also not battling your dog at the front door, trying to get out before them or hold the leash or drop all the things that you're trying to carry out to the car. And similarly, the backyard, you're not battling your dog at the gate. You're teaching your dog the safety information about how not to bolt out at the gate, but you're also teaching politeness. Yeah. And this course also addresses how to call your dog in from the backyard. That's a common question and request that we get from people. My dog's out in the backyard, it's time for dinner, and I'm calling and calling and they're not coming. So we address that in this course as well.
We also talk a little bit about a recall in a secure situation, whether it's like a dog park or a fenced-in area, is how to think through the dog's perspective in it. And you're calling them, but you're not having a formal recall. You're asking for connection. And so part of this is building connection with you and your dog, and also just general manners of not battling your dog in those scenarios, and really focusing on how not to call your dog, but teach them what they're supposed to do in those scenarios so your dog doesn't get hit by a car or doesn't end up in a dog fight because they're going after a dog that's on a leash. It's important to go through this, and I truly believe that should be the first steps of a recall, is how not to call your dog first. Let's try not to call our dog. And then when we get into more off-leash stuff and adventuring and stuff like that, of how to call your dog correctly. So have fun with it, get into it, work it hard, go through all the steps, and it's an amazing connection that you have with your dog to be able to open the door, invite them with you. You've got all your stuff that you're going, on a hike or going to your friend's house, and you're carrying the casserole out, and they can walk out with you and get in your car, and you can go without worrying about them running away from you or chasing something down the road.